Hi everyone, I'm Vandana Rai from Immigration Advisors New Zealand, and I'm making this video to talk about the immigration rebalance of the international education sector. So we have heard of this announcement which was made on the 11th of May. A few changes have come in, and we are getting a lot of questions on how do these changes affect the international students who are wanting to come to study in New Zealand. So few things that I would really like to elaborate here is that the fact that the border reopening has been brought forward, the fact that from October international students entry has been brought forward to 31st July onwards confirms that New Zealand is welcoming international students. So that's really a positive thing which the market is really happy about. A few changes that have been brought about in the post-study work visa setting, in the financial requirement and other areas, primarily with the aim of attracting highly skilled migrants to New Zealand to come and study and have a clear pathway post their completion of the study. Few things which haven't really changed is that students who are coming for a master's program will continue to get the same length of post-study work visa as they previously did. So a lot of you, I am aware that have selected a master's program to study here in New Zealand. So nothing really changes for you even after this announcement. Once you complete your master's, you would, and master's and PhD, if I can clarify here, you can still be eligible for 3 years of post-study work visa like you earlier were. Few other areas where the few changes have been brought about. So if you're coming for a bachelor's program and you're coming for a PG diploma level 8 study, you would still be eligible for a post-study work visa. The only difference is, in this case, you will get the post-study work visa for the same duration as you complete your study here in New Zealand. So if your postgraduate diploma is for the duration of year and a half, then you will get 1.5 years of post-study work visa. If your bachelor's was 3 years, then you get 3 years post-study work visa. If you get some cross credits and complete your bachelor's in 2 years instead of 3, then you get 2 years of post-study work visa. So the time length of the post-study work visa in courses bachelor's and level 8 have been made in line with the time you've spent here in New Zealand to study. So that's fine. And then sub-degree courses, courses which are below the bachelor's level, diplomas, they would only get a post-study work visa if their qualification is in line with an occupation which is listed in the green list. So I would tell all these interested students who've planned to come and study here in New Zealand to have a look at the green list if they're planning to study a sub-degree course, or even if they're planning to study a bachelor's or master's. And if your skill set is aligning with the occupations that are listed on the green list, definitely a clearer pathway moving on towards residence, which is really a welcoming change for the sector. So that's one good news. Any application, student visa application submitted after the 11th of May for students who were invited in the 5,000 students cohort and gained entry while the borders were closed, the old rules will still apply to them. So we still have some time, we still have some spaces left for this nomination of this cohort. So if you are really wanting to come and you want to avail of this opportunity, again, you can get in touch with us to see if you can be nominated still. That's another thing. Just on the funds requirement, the funds required have been increased from 15,000 New Zealand dollars to 20,000 New Zealand dollars, and this change has been made after years and years of the requirement being there at stuck at 15,000, and that the sector identifies and realizes that wasn't an amount that actually students spent. So it's again a welcoming change, because students would not have to then rely on their part-time work rights, and they could easily concentrate on studies while they are here in New Zealand. So I would follow up again and give you a few other changes that these rebalance brings about in my next video. But yeah, at this point of time, students coming for masters and PhD don't really have to think much on the length of post-study. It remains the same. For others, if you are still wanting to come and are looking at nominations, probably do get in touch, and if there is a possibility, we would let you know. And alternatively, we could suggest courses which will have a pathway towards post-study or towards the residence program as listed in the green list. Thank you so much for selecting New Zealand as your study destination. Thanks.